What's up, everyone? I know, I know, I've been gone for like a whole week, right? But your boy had to take a break for a little bit. You know, um,
But you
really
got the fire.
exactly fire to my desire. You know, but it was a well necessary break and definitely needed. And I know other people probably going through a tough week because man, it's a tough week for black men. Period, man. So.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, we're gonna definitely dive into these topics for sure. So first and foremost, welcome to Toxic Tuesday, hosted by your boy M3 and Stan Joseph Lee Thompson. And tonight's segment is a tough week for black men. Okay, and Stan, you wanna do the honors, man, and let the people know why on the lower bottom side why we have these little three things flashing right now.
Sure things. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to donate and support the podcast and the network, we got Cash App,
Cash
Venmo,
App, Venmo,
PayPal, so you
anybody PayPal.
can go and pay me. Whoa. So please support us and come on through. And right there you see the Cash App, the Venmo, the PayPal. We have limitless ways of supporting this network, and we surely do appreciate it. Thank you.
Right. So if you looking for to get super chatted, hey, best way is to go through these sources, okay? Your Cash App, your Venmo, and PayPal. That's what's going to be happening going forward. Donate to one of those three vehicles, and we will greatly appreciate it. So, with that being said, salutes to the intellectual soapbox. Thank you for tuning in, my brother. And then we also have 100 watts. He loves those that love him. All right, man. So look, we're not gonna play.
Oh, can I say one more thing?
Yeah, sure.
And just so you guys know, that's why I'm showing the tattoos, ladies, so you can go ahead and donate.
I don't think the ladies on board yet, but shout out to Mr. Goodbread. Mr. Goodbread reincarnated. He says subscribe to my YouTube page. Well, we definitely always subscribe to Mr. Goodbread. So thank you for tuning in. But yeah, he's tuning in on the IG. Tune in definitely. Look, if you want to get more of us, more of an interaction, you have to kind of go to Knowledge and Relationships on YouTube. You know where it's at. The title's up there.
Do we have the link for them to come up? Do we have the link for them to come up and join us?
Yeah, I'll post the link. But you got to go to Knowledge and Relationships in order for you to actually join in on YouTube. So the StreamYard link is clickable on this side of town. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna post this up there. And let me make sure I go to the page real quick, so then that way I can also pin it.
Special shout out to everybody that's watching us on Rumble, Twitch,
that way I can also
and Facebook. We appreciate you guys. Don't forget to press that like button and share with all your friends.
Facebook is down tonight, and I didn't get a chance to share it on Rumble because Rumble is a tedious process. So unfortunately, we're only live like on YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram. Facebook will not work for me. Salutes
but they
to
can catch us on the replay. They can catch us on the replay. I always post the link.
Yeah. And what I do, Grizz, definitely.
Grizz, what's up?
Back to you, my brother. So thank you for tuning in, you guys. Again, if you guys wish to donate, look, I got something for you. Let me make sure I de-highlight this. So look at the bottom. Bam. Okay.
We got Cash App,
Venmo, and we got the PayPal.
So you can donate to Mario.
Look, man, it's time to stop, giving money to the middleman, because the middleman is going to keep half of your money. So
the middleman already got the money.
Well, yeah, that too. Now, uh, big L for us on that one. Just do that directly to us, man. And if I get that notification, hey, I'll shout you guys out. You know that for sure. But anyways, though, shouts to Bolo TV. Definitely
Bolo,
listen to
what's
you.
up? The Prophet. How you doing, Bolo? Sapase.
Right, right. Everybody want to come up? The link is pinned to the top. So, but look, so we're gonna get to it because man, we got
Woo!
4 brothers, man. 4 brothers that's actually going through it. And oh man, it's a tough time, man, to
Who's
be
the
a
four
black
we
man.
got? Who's the four?
All right, let me go ahead. I'm gonna pull it up, right?
Okay.
So the 4 we got right now, right? And I got an order.
Okay.
First, we got our boy Shaq, right? You know what I mean? Shaquille O'Neal. Okay. So we're gonna pull up Shaq real quick because man, uh oh yeah, this is definitely a good face. All right, let me go ahead and do a screen share real quick.
Okay.
Because we're not going to be playing like any videos, man, because we gotta be careful, man, with fair use now these days. But um,
You guys know who Shaq is? You guys got Google on your phones?
exactly, you know. So we're gonna be talking about him real quick. All right.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't really see much of the videos as far as like what his wife is saying that she never loved him. Okay.
Hold on.
Mhm.
Ex-wife.
I'm sorry, ex-wife, Shawnee O'Neal. Now, in my personal opinion, she's not worth like being highlighted because she would have never existed in the media if it hasn't been for this man Shaq. Okay, man took care of her. He took care of her kids. Okay, he was a dad to kids that did not belong to him, and he
Well,
also
only one. Allegedly one.
only one allegedly.
Only one.
Okay, one
That
allegedly.
was hers. That was hers from her previous relationship.
Okay, but he also blessed her with more kids. Now, I don't know how many per se.
Four.
4 more, right? So they have 5 altogether.
No, total 6, because he had one before they got married.
Oh, damn. Okay. Anyways, right? Shaq was a hero. He upgraded her lifestyle. Okay.
Yeah.
And then later she got with a pastor or whatever. So the end, right?
Allegedly, oh no, there's more before the pastor, but go ahead.
Damn, Stan. Well, look, I don't care about like his wife's life like that. But the main thing is that she's trying to promote a book. Okay. And usually when women promote a book like Jada before it flops, okay, they have to use the ex-husband or the husband as a narrative tool to pretty much bring viewership, bring attraction to the book. Because if she does not talk about Shaq in any kind of way or form or fashion, then ain't nobody gonna really be interested in what she really have to say. So of course, you always gotta hit people with the headlines. And the headlines are, man, she never loved Shaq to begin with. Ain't that something?
Okay, when the first time you heard that, what was your thoughts?
My thoughts was,
It doesn't matter what you think.
For me, it's gonna be since I don't have a board. For me, I was like, man, this is very disrespectful.
Mhm.
You guys you've been more divorced in years than you have been married. You only been married up to 7. You've been divorced in 13 or 13 years.
Damn.
So, and you've moved on. And
Oh, yeah, Shaq moved on.
you moved on, and also like when you do the investigation, right? You find
Mhm.
out that this month allegedly is the last child support check she gets this month.
Oh, so she's gonna be running out real soon. Would that mean she's gonna start living a regular life?
Well, she's a pastor wife now, so
I
she's
mean, but if you get like the child support checks, right, and they start running out, I mean, your life might be a little bit hard because you're accustomed to a certain type of lifestyle, a certain type of thing, right?
what lifestyle are you accustomed to now that you're married to a man of faith? Your lifestyle is faith and trust in God. That's your lifestyle. You're married.
Yeah, but okay, isn't like he's like a celebrity pastor or something? I don't really see. That's the thing. I don't really know about Shaquille O'Neal's wife like that. What else, sophisticated jerk man?
Ex-wife. What's it,
Ex-wife. How
SJ?
about ex-wife? You know?
So Shaq was a stepdaddy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. He was a stepdaddy, but she gave him 4 more kids. I don't see how you give somebody 4 more kids and say, I never loved him.
Okay.
I'm like, that's like revisional history.
Yeah. Well, I was saying he was married for like pretty much almost 9 years. Wow.
Yeah, that's kind of messed up, man. That he done gave her a good life and stuff, and you ain't love him at all. So does that kind of mean she was just there for the money?
I mean, he continued to support her. Like, he even took care of the stepkid. And also, think about it, right? I give him, he's a class act because, one, he still supported her with the Basketball Wives franchise, right? So he still made sure that she was taken care of no matter what. 2, no matter how many times she talks about his faults of cheating, he always admitted to it, but she never talked about her part.
Okay, true. What you think, sophisticated jerk? And salute to you, 100 watts.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not cool with people cheating. But on the flip side, it's like, man, if somebody's saying they ain't never loved you, so that means she came in with the wrong intentions anyway. So kind of washes itself out at that point, because it's like, yeah, if you never really loved a man, then you was up there for the come up. You can't really fault him for everything, like Stanley was saying. Shoot.
That come up about to dry out. This the last month. You get your last check.
Yeah. And then what about you, Watts?
Man, I'm pretty much in agreement, man. It's I think a lot of times women don't realize the repercussions of the shit that come out of their mouth. Like, there's men all over the world that are hearing this, that are confirming their already thought process and say, see, this is why I ain't marrying none of these bitches now. Like, for 9 years, you played like this was the family and we're gonna be together and till the day we die, all that shit. For 9 years, you played it. And then now, after disappearing and being in the background, after dragging his name through the mud with all the cheating allegations and all of that, she disappeared for a while. And now you pop up again to say that you never loved him. Like, come on, yo, this is exactly why a lot of these red pill goofy dudes that y'all be talking about on the internet is exactly why they have the thought process they do. This man has more money than all of us combined, and she still won't happy? Get the fuck out of here. Because in terms of men talking to other men, a lot of times, what do we tell them? Get your money up, fellas. Get in shape, fellas. That's what we tell them. How can you be better than Shaq? How can your money be higher than Shaq and still not be? Come on, bro. It don't make sense.
And also think about it too. Shaq still took care of her after the divorce, and he still provided more than enough. It's not like this guy been stingy. He's been a monster. If anything, when this happened, he never fought it. He just like, I wish you the best in love. Just was like, that's it. He just walked off. It's to me, it's. I agree with everybody. It is a slap in the face. But as much as she keeps on pointing at him, she still never talk about her part in that relationship, who she cheated on. And, you always went around being his ex-wife. And even now, you're married. You moved on. And you're still using this man's legacy to bankroll your lifestyle.
I do think Shaq is one of the extremes that don't get spoken about when it comes to men. Because whenever we get on the internet and we talk about extremes, when it comes to men, we're talking about deadbeat fathers and men that abuse women and manipulators and all this other kind of stuff. Like, how are we not talking about that? Because he is an extreme. Let's be clear. He is an extreme. For him to be in a position where he still takes care of his children, his stepchildren, and you never wanted, if anybody can find me a clip of where he spoke ill of her, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's an extreme. That's not something that happens on a normal basis. An average dude at some point is either going to stop taking care of them kids or is going to take care of them kids and be talking bad about her. Like that's just normally what you're going to see. I'm not saying whether it's right or wrong. I'm just saying that's normally what you see out here. So for him to do what he did, that's an extreme that gets completely ignored.
No, that's a good point. 100. You also said something, man. I want to circle back to, man, where like you said, this is the extreme, but a lot of times, man, these people, man, it's a lot of these females, it's like, man, this is your children's father, so why are you going to come out here and put him on blast? Like, I understand, man, you might be upset about the situation, but it's like people just don't care. And like you guys were saying, it's like, man, it's not like she was broke or anything, because I'm pretty sure like she got a nice little divorce package, whatever, payout and stuff. So it's just like that need for attention where people got to go out there and I think Stan, you were kind of highlighting it. It's like if she's going out there and she's still having these feelings towards him, it's like she could say she never loved him, but obviously she's still like, heartbroken about the stuff. It's like the dude that's with her now. I'll be looking at the situation like, man, yo, why can't you? Why is this dude still on your mind and like this? Why we got to rehash this? Or yeah, I'm sending her some walking papers if I was him, because I'd be like, obviously you still thinking about dude. You talking all this mess about him.
Yeah, he could have done something like a sis. What do you call like sis and what do you call those letters? And just killed the book. Yeah, he could have just done that. But you notice, like, he's like support the book. He's like still supporting her, and I'm gonna say this. I know she didn't love him because love is an action. I don't care about no feelings. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. This thing about your feelings is like feelings are valid, yes, but there's also something that's love is action, right?
Right.
When you see Shaq's feet and you ain't take care of that man's feet, and this is for all the women. The way that your husband, hygiene, everything else, I'm looking at that, you never love your man. Because there's nowhere, your man is an extension of you. And if you don't take care of your man, I'm already knowing, like, yo, you never loved him. You're using your man. There's nowhere that man's feet should be looking like that with the money that he makes. Like, nah. Like,
what's Shaq's net worth?
More than her. Because his network ain't never stopped. He got that deal with TNT that's coming up.
Damn.
It still grows. Shaq.
I just Googled it. 400 million.
And growing. And she has access to none of it.
That's why she upset. She probably Googled that shit and is like, I'm writing a book. Damn that.
Right.
Yeah, she can write it. And that's what good as a book is when this man is still growing. Like nobody cares. That marriage, it doesn't mean anything because it's almost like 20 years ago that you guys were married.
But here's the thing, Stan, right? But what if it's like, okay, they're already into it, right? That she had to pretty much like beg him to pretty much use his name for clout. And, he put a post like on his Instagram saying like, hey, I understand I wouldn't love me as well too. Now, of course, Shaq also had to take the high road because all eyes are going to be looking at him. He got sponsorships and deals. And so he has to be the bigger man of it. So even if he...
Man, F that. Be 50 Cent. Be petty. F that. Be 50 Cent. Be petty. Be like Prince. You don't get to say nothing. You going to starve today.
Come on. Shaq, but Shaq don't have that backbone, though. He ain't like 50 Cent, where 50 Cent is like... And that man like so successful.
Don't put that on that, man.
She married. You are a woman of God now. You have not yet found forgiveness? Oh my Lord, what's going on here?
Because her husband, Stan, her husband's a pastor, right?
Question. Yes, from T.D. Jakes Church, under that umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
so
damn
F
shame.
that, man. Be petty, be legal, be petty, be 50 Cent, be Prince, and go ahead and block it. Block the hate.
Yeah, I'm with Stan on this one, man. Usually I say turn the other cheek, but let me have 400 million and somebody throwing some shots.
The Bible said turn the other
I'm willing to lose it all. Like,
but the Bible said turn the other cheeks, but he ain't say who cheeks to turn.
Right.
Cheeks to turn.
Now we got it. Now look,
the wrong part of this whole.
Okay, Watts.
No, to me, I was because y'all were mentioning the husband. I'm just thinking, imagining being married to someone who, even though we're married, she's still going to be known for the ex-husband's last name. She's married right now.
I didn't even think about that.
Shawnee O'Neal.
Even though she changed her
We're still
last
calling
name.
her Shawnee O'Neal, and she changed it. And who knows what it is? Does anybody know what it is right now?
I'm looking
Without
it up.
Googling it? Nope.
Yeah, let me Google that.
You
Yeah,
gotta
we
look
got
it up.
what is that? Dun, 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 dun.
That man salty as hell.
He's not salty. He married into money. Shaq supporting both of them.
Oh, for real?
so,
I'll
so-
mess around
Not
moving
if
their
you said
house.
this- not
Let
if
me
you
be
said this
funding
last
that whole
payment.
shit. I'll move in and start bossing everybody around. I'll
so-
make all.
Not if you said it's the last payment.
I'm like, look, y'all all gonna submit to me. Y'all need the rest of y'all femininity. Like I'm moving in this joint.
So Shaq is like the beta male provider for like his ex and like his ex's
No,
Yeah,
no,
everybody
I
in the
wouldn't say
crib
beta
bowing
male
down.
provider because it's more like, yo, like he's a class act. I have to give him credit. He's a class act. This is the mother of his 4 children. Like Shaq have never sat down and got any other woman pregnant. He never married anybody else. He's not gonna marry anybody else. That's what he's having the time of his life. He's on a cruise. There's a picture of him on a cruise, 52 years old, with a 22-year-old girlfriend with all his kids enjoying the cruise.
Yeah, but that's like dating like your daughter or whatever. In some cases, that girl way too
Shaq,
different.
it is Shaq. Shaq don't live by the morals. Shaq ain't look. That 22-year-old is like, I'm about to get mines. F you aunties. She ain't wasting her time. She on a cruise.
Oh man,
Yeah, she did change her last name. She took the husband's last name now.
She
But
took
still,
it.
she's still O'Neal though. I'm with 100 on
go.
that.
yeah, she's O'Neal at heart, definitely for sure. We're like, yo, Shawty O'Neal, what's up? My last name is not O'Neal anymore. Whatever, Miss O'Neal, right? You know. But I'm telling you,
Unless she's able to catapult that Christian relationship into something like a TBN or Daystar, which is like religious programming, I don't see how else she's gonna like support her lifestyle because, you know, after Shaq, you know there's nobody else better than Shaq. You found somebody that you love, that's great. But what's next? Because then all it takes is just, you know, people not showing up church or something else happening and the backlash. And then,
But dude, does she really love the new guy? Because think about it, man. Like typically when somebody like say they actually in love, man, they disappear, man. They ain't thinking about the other person. They're not stepping over those boundaries to like embarrass the person that she's married to now. Because think about it, man. With her coming out like this, because I like what 100 was saying. It's just like she's kind of putting him on front street. Like, yay, man, why is this still in your mind? You know, especially like you said, Stan, they in the church. He's a pastor, so it's just like obviously they skipped that whole section of, like you said, forgiveness.
Yeah.
you know who's a good example of this would be Will Smith's first wife.
Oh yeah, she fell out the grid.
She's married and also she's a minister, right? You don't see her writing books about Will Smith or anything. The only time she'll come up is because Jada would like, yo, this is co-parenting, whatever. But she really don't go out there and use, Will Smith to profit anything.
She probably feel bad for Will. My man been getting beat up for like a decade now in the public for his family and stuff. So,
but she probably be like, well, damn, I'm glad that he left my ass. So I didn't know.
she's like, I dodged a bullet, boy. My son normal and stuff.
But one thing about Will, though, Will still support that family, and he's a class act, just like Shaq. But what you see, the big difference is that you see one ex-wife that actually respects the man still, and the other one that's still wearing this badge and like hoping for sympathy and garnishing the last name and still trying to be famous. And there's another show they did on VH1. It was the R&B wives, right? You had R. Kelly, ex-wife.
You're making a wife spin-off from everything, huh?
Prince, ex-wife, but Prince had a letter and sent a lawyer and she had to get out of there too. And like, he's still controlling my life. And it's like, yo, like, you're stopping the business. It's like, no matter what you feel, you're not thinking long-term. Like, you can feel everything you feel, but when you causing damage, you're looking at like, man, you ain't getting no more money. Nobody really care about you.
You said that's R&B wives?
Huh?
I want to say, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, 100.
I want to say that TV shows like what y'all talking about right now, is part of why there are men that are out there that ask women about their sexual history. Because what it sounds like is there are quite a few that put bodies on their record to be able to get on TV shows like this. Because a lot of these shows, you don't even really have to be married to the person. Y'all could have been dating for a while. You might be a baby mama, something like. You don't actually have to be an actual wife to be on Basketball Wives. You can just be somebody that the motherfucker was smashing for long enough. And now in their brain, they're saying, if I can fuck this basketball player long enough, I can end up on this reality show. So then that's why there are men that are out here asking you what you're doing with your body, because if you're just giving it up for certain things like the attention of a reality show, that's pretty telling. That's pretty telling, man.
Yeah, they should change the name to Basketball Wives, Side Chicks, and Jump Offs. Because you're right, 100. It's like damn near everybody now.
No,
I think season 1 it was just all wives, but yeah, they were like, shit, we got.
No, they were wives, baby mamas, or women that went from one team to next, and it was just strategic how they moved around. But I mean,
yeah, this is getting pretty pathetic at this point, though. Like you said, Stan, it's like, man, they got R&B wives, love and hip hop. I'm just waiting for like drug dealer wives now.
They did. It's mafia. No, it's mafia wives. They have that one already, but they had to end it. Yeah, they had to end it. It was getting too close.
Oh, okay, damn.
Look, man, they got medicine, they got doctor wives, they got real estate wives. They have TV shows like this for everything. And
Married to Medicine is a joke.
Lord. Oh, Jesus Lord. Please keep your daughters off of Zeus Network, please. Please keep your daughters off of Zeus Network.
Yeah, that's the goal now, is to get to Zeus Network, because
Zeus Network, bro. Oh my God.
Pays them more money than VH1. So yeah, man. It's I don't know what to tell you guys.
But guys, we still got 3 more guys, man, that we got.
3 more. Okay, give us the second one. Who's the second one we got?
Drum roll, please. Now this is gonna hurt me a lot more than it's gonna hurt a lot of people, man, because this is my favorite singer, man, and rapper, and he deserves a little bit of respect. But right now, man, like he took an L for Team Light Skin, man. Like us.
Yo, sensitive ass. That's your favorite? Drake is your favorite?
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? So, I gotta rep the boy Drake, right? And actually it was supposed to be somebody else, but no, it's gonna be Drake on this one, right? So go ahead. I want to post up Drake, man, and Kendrick Lamar, right?
Oh my Lord, BBL Drizzy.
BBL Drizzy.
Bigger than a sneaker, bigger than a nigga. The fact we now have the Drake challenge and also BBL Drizzy merch within a week, and also for Kendrick to kill it by releasing the rights so everybody can make money off of BBL Drizzy.
So he made BBL Drizzy?
Yep.
Wow, I didn't know that.
He released the rights so everybody can make money from BBL Drizzy.
So what was the original BBL Drizzy?
No, there were several things that was going back and forth between the two.
Okay.
Maybe Watts, can you speak on it? Because I assume you know more about rap.
I don't give a fuck about either one of these dudes. To keep it a whole record.
Okay, so Jerk might be next because he's from New York.
I'm with 100 on this. Yeah, they ain't on my. I ain't give this no spin, man. Straight up. I thought the battle was a little weak. I listened to one of the tracks. After that, what they dropped like 10 of them.
Yeah.
I can't. Not like us got me. I ain't gonna lie. Not like us got me. I still I bang that one. I do play that one regularly on my Spotify. But this whole look, man. This whole thing between the two of them. Just listening to, because I have listened to all their songs. Just listening to all the songs, like, bro, like, niggas be getting into it about nothing, bro. Like, we just find any reason to get mad at somebody. Like, these niggas is beefing though. Nothing.
Yeah, just
I
Like,
somebody
don't know
being
about that
upset,
though.
like over like their ego.
No, there's
Wait,
something there.
wait. Did you guys hear about like with the AI Tupac and Snoop Dogg as well too?
Yeah, and I think that's
which
what
was stuff.
started it.
Yes, those stuff. No, that wasn't what started. It was the future Kendrick Lamar joint. What is that fucking called? What is that song called? Like Us. It's a song with Future and Kendrick Lamar. That
Okay.
song came out first. After that song came out, Drake did 2 songs back to back and was basically taunting Kendrick, saying, "Yo, it's been a week, my nigga. Where you at? You ain't dropped nothing yet." Same thing he did to Meek Mill with that back to back. It's been 3 days. Where you at? Type shit. Then Kendrick Lamar came back with 4 songs, all on top of each other. And then Drake tried to follow it up, waving the white flag. So that's basically a summation of how that broke down. But if you're
Waving the
going
red
off of the shit
flag.
that everybody, according to
Right.
the internet, because I don't have much invested into this. According to the internet and what everybody's saying, the last song that Drake put out was him waving the white flag, saying that he don't want to do this no more. He about to go on vacation. He thought that this was just going to be friendly. He's based there. Everybody's saying he's basically waving the white flag on that last song. I'm saying that from what I understand, a lot of people are beefing with Drake because he's fucking a lot of bitches and he corny. Okay, so that's a reason to beef with somebody? Because
Yeah,
you're fucking a lot of
Rick
bitches.
Ross
I
tried
thought
to
the white flag came from his daddy. The
No,
music group for no. He ain't raised no white flag. The person who's messing up the money, the one who's supporting him, that's the one's like, yo, guys, kill it because it's messing up our money.
No, yeah, I'm pretty sure that there was someone in his ear that said, "Yo, you need to back out of this." But for Drake to come out and put the last song out that he did in the tone and the manner and all of that, to most hip hop fans, that feels like he's basically surrendering and giving it up to Kendrick.
Yeah, he got to, man. Like his new shoes gonna drop, and everybody calling it, you know what I'm saying, different type of names. That
Yeah, especially with now, like the allegations that has arise because of him putting like his business out there, which I don't know if he's doing that with younger people or not. But the fact that that was even mentioned in Kendrick's songs, that's like,
allegedly,
yeah,
they had to
definitely
put alleged.
allegedly. That just like that turns to like anyone's like like street credit reputation. I want to talk about Rick Ross's fat ass, right? Because well, him being
He
fat
lost
is
a lot of
50.
weight.
No, he's still fat, bro. And that is not allegedly. The dude tried to come after Drake too, right? Because he knew who he could try to pick on. But then Game, he came out of nowhere and pretty much shut him down completely. And he had to pretty much like, throw his hands up and back out from beef that he has no part of. And he ripped him to shreds. He destroyed him.
I have a question. Could it be, right? I'm seeing things lined up, and it's just the Haitian in me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at all this stuff, right? And I'm looking at it like, okay, one, you guys are doing all this stuff to hype. Two, there's allegations and actually some videos where you guys are hanging around with people that are underage, and that needs to stop, right? But you're still trying to be part of like the culture. And then three, quote unquote, the culture is fighting back. Because I'm wondering, is this like this whole thing is happening because the rise of country music and this industry is declining, and so they're trying to be relevant.
That could be the case.
What say you, Papa Smurf and SJ?
And I think they're just they running out of because I think, man, making albums as long as they did, sometimes I think you get that writer's block. So I think that's why they're sorting to the gimmicks and stuff like that. So that's what I think it mainly is, man, because there's a lot of great artists out there, because I was telling one of my friends, we were actually having this discussion. I'm like, what was the J. Cole when he came out with like, we're the 3 best on top? I was like, man, y'all must not listen to rap because he was kind of co-signing it. I'm like, man, there's a whole underground scene where dudes is spitting. They getting busy out there. So they're just not caught up in the gimmicks because they actually got the talent and stuff like Rome Streets. I don't know if y'all familiar with him. Ransom, Aldo. So people like that.
Got you.
So that's my problem with to answer your question. Hip hop has been down for the last few years. I remember specifically last year in 2023, there was only one rap or hip hop song that made it to the top. What was it? Top 10 on the billboards, and that was a Lil Uzi song. There was literally only one song that made it to the top on the billboards list, and it was Lil Uzi. I think, as a matter of fact, I think it was the Lil Uzi Nicki Minaj joint. The Lil Nas Nicki Minaj, they remixed the Everybody song or whatever. So hip hop has been somewhat on a downturn for a while now. One of my problems with this beef is that not just this beef, just hip hop as a whole, because Diddy is a great example of this too. All of these people in the background have all of these stories and these knowings and these videos and all of this shit, all of this flawed shit going on, but nobody's saying nothing until they get on a beat. The police don't be involved.
No, I hear you, Ross.
But it's like the whole all of the allegations that the both of them were throwing back and forth. Like, this is the time for that to come up. Like, I never understand. That's why I don't have the attachment to these celebrities that certain people do, because you're revering these people that are watching whole shit go on in front of them every day. I can't rock with it. I just can't rock with it. And then to the point that that Sophisticated Jerk was making, like, hip hop is so based on perspective. I can almost guarantee that if me and Sophisticated Jerk were in a car right now and I played 10 songs, he would probably only fuck with maybe 2 of them. And there's probably 10 songs that he would play, and I might only fuck with 2 of them, because I bet that there are plenty of artists that I listen to that he doesn't. I'm pretty sure, like, I don't want to challenge his intelligence, but I don't know if he knows about LBP Pootie and D Watkins and 42 Doug. You know what I'm saying? Like, I listen to some ratchet shit. He might not be in the mood for that. If we on a road trip going on a road for 4 hours, he ain't trying to listen to back that ass up for 4 hours, bro. Like, that just might not be his type of time. Like, the perception of hip hop is just so right, or it's either you're on this side or you're wrong, and I hate that shit. And
look,
it's
I'm
only
from Miami. I'm all for the ratchet. Fruity,
Yeah, I'm with the ratchet too, 100.
What? Give me that booty.
Oh, so you on that 2 Live Crew old school stuff, huh?
No, I put all of it. If you want a ring-a-ling, get my ding-a-ling, girl. What? All that stuff is current. I'm not.
No, but even with but for both of y'all, the ratchet songs that you listen to, I know that you have a Wale in your rotation somewhere. You have a J. Cole in your rotation somewhere. You have
but not for me to drive. They ain't for me to drive. That is not for me to drive.
Not even that, but not necessarily to drive. I'm just saying, like, the music we listen to, a lot of it is based on what we're doing, the mood that we're in, the type of people we're around. Like, there's so many factors that go into the music that we listen to just make it to say, oh, well, Kendrick killed Drake, so he can't be good anymore. Like, oh, I'm a Kendrick fan, so I can't fuck with Drake no more. Like, that's just that's a fucked up, flawed
I have a
view
question for all three
that
of
a
you
lot
then.
of hip hop fans.
I have a question for all three of you guys then. So could it be that we have gone through, like, these gatekeepers that's on Highlander mode, that they could be only one? And if I look at the 90s, because on YouTube they have, like, the old countdown shows of Yo MTV Raps and everything else, that we used to have gatekeepers, but there was a variety. Could it be because we have this current gatekeeper that there could be only one, that we're going through this now?
Maybe that's the mentality of folks, that only, like, the best survive. The best is the one who that stands out the most. Everybody want to be, like, the head honcho to it. So that makes sense.
Like what 100 was saying, man, a lot of it is, like, regional. then people have like alliances and stuff. So it's almost like a cult mentality. Because it made me think about the Jay-Z and Nas beef. So, it kind of boiled down like, man, if you was a Nas fan, you're going to think like Ether was the best one. Man, you a Jay-Z fan, you was like, oh no, Takeover, killed it all. Where in all reality, man, they both nice MCs. You could just enjoy both tracks and stuff. But for some reason, it's like people have to choose a side, like they done bought us like rollies and stuff when we hang out with them or something. So yeah, this is weird, man, when you kind of think about it now. I guess maybe because we older and stuff, it's just like, hey, like what Watts was saying, it's like, man, why don't you just enjoy them both, man? Just even if you feel like Drake lost this battle, it's like, man, I'm not gonna stop listening to his music.
What else, Smitty?
I think that
Good, Smitty.
with your damn helicopter airplane motherfucker. I think that I really think that there is there's definitely a human element that's attached to it. Like humans are just tribal. We just attract ourselves. We attach ourselves to shit that we're attracted to. Like that's just the reality. And music is no different. Music is a great example of how people are tribal and what they choose to be a part of. I just really, what's funny to me is when you look back at this beef in particular, the smartest person in this whole thing was J. Cole to me. The smartest person in this entire beef to me was J. Cole. Because like, for what? He realized, like, for what? Why am I going to put myself in this position to be sitting on these records saying a bunch of shit about somebody that I might not even really believe myself? And I think that more people have to have an element of, you know what? This ain't my business. Let me back my ass up out of this.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he did like the smart approach. Like people are going to be mad and be like, "Oh man, you're a sucker, and you ran away, and you're soft now." Unfortunately, that's a part of the hip hop game. But he's smart enough to realize, recognize that. Look, man, it just wasn't worth it. And if it's not a part of his character, man, to be like out there like making silly beefs, then hey, man, sometimes it's okay to fold. So we do have another person that we gotta mention.
Hold on, we got Smitty. We got Smitty that came in.
Smitty, how you doing, man?
Want to close it down, Smitty? Close this round out?
Yeah. Am I coming through clear?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Respect. Just making sure. Salute to everybody as always. So y'all know me. Y'all already know I take that at a different angle. So I'm kind of overhearing J. Cole's position when it comes to this battle with Kendrick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Biggest sucker hoe ass bitch made shit I've ever seen in my life. You sucker made bitch hoe ass nigga. You. I don't want to hear none of that shit. He made a better move. Fuck all of that. Look, I'm gonna say this straight up. Look. We gotta stop playing these games. The last time that we had that much excitement in hip hop was Pac and Big. That was the last time, bro. It's been a long time since the hip hop industry has really been like awakened by like two nice lyricists. Not no bullshit ass rappers. Not no little funky ass young drill rappers. We talking about two icon elites. Bro, I looked at that shit just like I would look at fucking WWE. Would you tell The Rock, look, you need to stay the fuck out the ring because we don't like you just, slamming people into the turnbuckle and shit. No, we would not. We happy as shit to see that nigga get back in there and fucking challenge Stone Cold or Triple H or whoever else is still around. That's like one of the iconics. Bro, I saw that shit as entertainment. Won't we turn right around and be like, hey, nah, we recognize that hip hop is entertainment, right? Don't we say that? I'm not talking about the bullshit that these young niggas on. I'm talking about originally its true form. We know it's one of the most greatest forms of entertainment the world has ever seen. And that's why people around the world try to mimic it. And bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, J. Cole was a true disappointment. Bro, we needed you to just show face for the love of the sport, for the love of two great lyricists going back and forth. Now, all of that little bullshit, that kind of, little mini me with Drake and shit, these little videos and stuff. This little mini me. That ain't no fucking baby. That was mini me from goddamn, you already know, from Austin Powers, nigga. I'm just saying. But like, no, I was disappointed. I wanted that, bruh. There are people like myself who do hip hop. I do music. I got endless shit. I love a good back and forth. And I ain't talking about like, all right, we got rap battles, but like, nah, bro, like mainstream wise, like honestly, man. Okay, no. Pac and Big, no. And then I'll say definitely Nas and Jay. Can't forget about that. Ether definitely crushed it. I can
You
never
think
forget
Ether
about
did?
Ether.
I thought
Bro, did
Takeover won
nobody
it
say
out
to
from you, man.
Nas or Jay, y'all need to stop that? How you gonna say he sound like Rockefeller, that's gay, he died of AIDS, that was the end of his chapter? Ain't nobody say that shit. We was loving it. Why are we so soft
Ether
now?
was a good one.
Why the fuck are we so soft now? I want to see two great ass icon titans clash, fucking horn to horn, antler to antler, dog. I want to see that shit. I want to see them go back and forth. And you know, of course, keep it away from violence. Keep it on the stage. Keep it on the microphone. Keep it with the talent. Crush that nigga with your lyrics. Lyrically destroy me. And then what we used to say all the time, I'll lyrically massacre. I'll lyrically destroy you. Go back to that.
So you believe that the music that came out of these two going back and forth is on the level of a Jay-Z versus Nas or a Tupac
Fuck
versus
no.
Biggie?
I said Nas set the bar. Fuck no. Ain't nothing touching Ether. And not a damn rap beef. Nothing has touched Ether yet. The only thing that's come closest to it, and I gotta give it to it, bro. I'll definitely say with Pac and Big, yes. And it's one more. It's one more. But nah, definitely, bro. I say another good battle was definitely like, you know, Joyner and what's his name locked up? Tory Lanez. That was a pretty good one too. They was going pretty good back to back. There have been some good battles.
What about with the Game Man versus like G Unit when he did like 300 bars?
That was nice too. Yeah, when he was going that 50
Benny Siegel and Jada Kiss.
Game came back. He going at Ross now. He got something going at Ross. I'm not gonna lie. I like this, bruh. Like nobody's dying behind this, bruh. Mm-hmm. Like these are just great fucking lyrics. It's like fucking let's see who got it, bruh. That's what men do. We test our skills against other men. We don't sit up here talking about some whole bunch of fucking kumbaya shit. I'm not trying to hear that, dog. I'm sorry. I don't want to hear none of that bullshit. Give me the fucking raw. That's what I came for. I don't pay tickets to go to a goddamn fight to see them get in there, sit Indians down and pass tea back and forth with their boxing gloves. I'm trying to see somebody get knocked the fuck out. I think that's my computer rock out.
You have failed the
Shout out to Smitty. Yeah, I'm just like, man, just give one good track. You could be like, man, you gotta drop something. So that was my sentiment.
You know, I gotta juice it up.
No doubt.
Well, I guess I gotta still give Drake some credit, even though he took that L. At least like he went out fighting a little bit. You know, he didn't carry out like J. Cole.
Stan said, I don't know about that.
How did he go out fighting with one of his first battles? He said, I don't want to chip a nail. Okay, all right, gotcha.
That was the last one because he did like how many? Like 2, 4 of them.
Nah, it's like about 4. It's like 5 or so between the both. It's like 5 or 6.
They got a whole bunch, man.
They got both of them have more than 3. Both have more than 3. I think J. Cole's the only one that got like 1 or 2. He's the only one.
I'm saying that based on what I'm hearing you say, Smitty, is that these two individuals are high-level lyricists. They have the ability to create great music. The music they produced in this particular beef was not up to par of these two individuals. So you're basically saying that you said that you didn't like the music that came out of this. You said you didn't like the music that came out of it, correct?
No, the fuck I didn't, nigga. Are you listening to any fucking thing?
Oh my God, did I not ask this nigga that question?
You did not. No. Because I clear as day said I'm disappointed in J. Cole. I don't want to hear that shit. I didn't say nothing about being disappointed. No. The only thing I spoke about this entire time.
No, see, because you're talking about something else. The question I asked you was
what?
Do you believe that the music that was produced between these two beef is on the level of Jay-Z and Nas or Tupac and Biggie? Do you believe
he wants
that
his work tonight? I'm gonna give you that. You want your shine tonight? I got you. Look, right. So let me help you out. I said clear as motherfucking day. The first time I came up on here, and instantly I said there has been nothing that has passed because Nas has set the bar. I even reiterated and said it again. Nothing has surpassed Ether. Ben said it.
Okay, so what I'm trying to understand
Take over is better.
from what you're
Peace.
You gonna get your
saying,
work. Don't worry about it.
Take
Keep
it
going.
over.
Try again.
the part that I'm trying to understand from the monologue that you just gave us about this music, I'm trying to understand whether you believe that the music that was produced in this beat was good music or not. Was
Okay,
this
so the music was
was this music that is representative of the two individuals that was involved in this beat?
okay. So how did I describe these two individuals and why I'm so disappointed? What was my description of them?
What you're doing is not answering my question. I'm trying to get an understanding off of what you
Because
said.
you've
I'm
been
trying
had
to
your
understand.
answer.
There's
You're
a
asking a question to something that the answer was in your face. You walked past it. Now you want to come back around and ask again.
because I'm trying
Bruh,
to
I
get you to
said, hold
clarify.
on, watch.
Because I'm trying to get you to
I'm giving
clarify
it to
to
you.
make
Oh,
sure
no,
I'm
no,
on the
no. You
same
have to
page
now
as you.
listen. I'm giving it to you. I promise you. We're gonna go back. I got you. I'm gonna give you time to. What I'm saying is this, bruh. I say it clear as day. They are two legendary, iconic figures. They are two awesome lyricists. What do you think I think about the music that they produce? If I said they are two iconic lyricists, they fucking did the damn thing. And I wasn't even talking about them. I came up here, I was talking about J. Cole. I'm talking about how he bitched out. I said, I don't want to hear that shit. I want you niggas to go back and forth. I want to see our icons, our titans clash horns and antlers. That's what I said. Now, is it representative of the music they make? What the fuck does that have to do with anything? We all know that they make great music. They've proven that. Now let's see
Because I'm
what you
trying to
niggas
put the
got in
two
the ring.
points
Bro,
together.
it's like watching two
I'm
fighters
trying.
spar against a bag or like they're like sparring partner, but no one ever has like a prize fight. I'm waiting for the prize fight. Yeah, I want to see the prize fight. I've been watching y'all spar. You niggas got moves. I love it. Now I want to see y'all go head to head. Fucking right. Who the fuck don't want to see Vegeta go against Goku?
Wait, real quick before I
Come on
continue
now.
on. Oops. You know, it's a very special lady. You know what I mean? And she's sitting from Canada. Sitting from Canada. Anyways, what else? She
Oh,
stole my
okay.
thunder. You know, when the raindrops fall from the sky, like, you know, my fellow Canadians always fly. So thank you, salute. She says hello, watching in the background. She stole my thunder. Just to let you know, because I know you've been like a good supporter and you always been donating. Our donations tab is now Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. So anybody that wish to donate, I got everything down below where it's highlighted. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. So again, but thank you for tuning in. And as a barber, I love the show. It is the perfect evolution of beard growth. Okay, cool. You know, shout out to the beard gang. You know what I mean? Smitty got the longest beard out there. But anyways, we do have another person that we got to talk about because we got two more, and we're almost out of time. But I got to jump over to this real quick because
Okay.
we have another person, man,
Who is it?
that had a tough week, man, and you know we got to pray for a brother because right now, you know the people they're watching. Yes. All right. Let's go ahead. We want to bring out
Oh, Lord.
MTR. Yes.
I nearly passed out when I found out they put him on the list
I'm like,
for
how?
male supremacy. I have never heard of male supremacy in my life. And he black. And that's the part that I was like, I was thinking
Right.
it might be the, you know what I'm saying? I pale forefathers, but not him.
Like, how do you just pick a guy like this, right? And also salutes to the people who's watching us on IG. But how do you pick a guy like this? How does the feds pick a guy like this? And you have Homeland Security that's sponsoring this, trying to take out misogynistic, well, so-called alleged misogynistic YouTubers, you know? And you're labeling him as a part of the manosphere. Even he made a video that clearly says why he's leaving the manosphere. He's not a part of the manosphere anymore. And still, although albeit he has certain topics that talks about men, that talks about women, but he doesn't really go in depth and details or just say flat out that women are far lesser than men. He doesn't promote that. He promotes accountability for both men and the women. But you're gonna have those side of people that has misandry, misandristic type of channels, and they don't get flagged for it. But why target him? Why try to mess his bread up? And you can clearly see this man is not even talking about anything that the people like are trying to put that claim on him. Now, if y'all want to watch the video, y'all gotta go to his channel so he can break it down. We're not doing no videos right now. All right. Forget about all the fair use stuff. But just know that he's a target, man, and you gotta watch out because the feds is watching him.
There's that list is huge. He's in the top 10, and he's number 2.
That's scary. Yeah.
He surpassed F. I'm like, how's that possible?
He's surprised. Oh, yeah. And like, just pasty things.
F and F, I would believe that the F and F should have been number 1. I don't know who that number 1 guy is, but the fact that there's like a list is, to me, I'm like, man, isn't this what we were talking about? And if I remember correctly, in history class, Marxism and communism back in the day when everybody was on this list in Hollywood.
I'm
black. I'm on the black list, so I already know that part. I don't know about these other lists. That was.
Oh, yeah. So you straight blacklisted, huh? Whoa, Stan.
Hey, I'm just saying. I know what list I'm on.
Right.
And I'm not going to Japan to go ahead and increase your population. So I'm protecting my seed. Like, oh no.
Stan, they're looking for like they're looking for let's just put it like this, man. They're looking for a hole like you, Stan. All right. They need you to
populate. At $75,000 per kid. No Pookie and Ray Rays. But yo,
wait, are they paying you $75,000 per kid? Is it $75,000 or something? What is it?
No, $75,000 per kid.
Oh, so that's how much they're getting paid to put it in them.
75,000, yeah, 75,000 per kid allegedly. But that look, I know what list I'm on.
Get your paper.
I'm not going to no other country. The way I see when they're trying to invite people over to be migrants to the country, I have 2 questions to ask you. What demon you trying to feed me to?
Smooth, Marcus.
Do you got vampires, werewolves, or extraterrestrials?
Dan, they're trying to create more Filipinos. That's what it is.
And number two, why is it low? Because y'all got to figure it out. Since y'all the smartest one, y'all got science, and y'all did anime. Y'all can figure that out yourselves. But again, we have this list now targeting men for helping other men, and people are upset. I don't know what people want now because I'm already knowing nobody's going to change. It's not going to get better. Men are action orientated. So if men are leaving, they're leaving. If men are going overseas, they're going overseas. If men are being quiet and they don't want to talk, they're going to do that part. If they're not going to apply for no jobs, unless it's part of that you economy, meaning like I don't have a boss, I just go ahead and do the work and you're just going to pay me and cut out the middleman. That's what men going to do. And it doesn't matter you guys have this list because men going to show you who they are. And that's not like a bad thing, but you're going to realize that men not about that talk anymore. But good luck with y'all list.
Hey, fellas, just get your passports, move to Japan, and get your money up, all right? $75K per kid? Yeah. Go ahead and populate.
We don't know what kind of demon they're going to feed y'all to once y'all get over there.
I don't know. Maybe they need actually I'm not even gonna go there.
Come on, Watts, join in. Come on, Papa Smurf, we need you.
Look, my thought is this. It's certain places where people be going, like some of these YouTube streets, Like y'all walk down these streets and y'all know that it's gonna come with some shit. So then when you pop up on a list or somebody starts speaking crazy about you, then you ready to duck off and run away from it. That I think is a little different, you know, like how can I say it and it makes sense? If you're, for this gentleman in particular, all his content is primarily about relationships and men and what women do and all that other kind of shit. You already know what's gonna come with that. The internet has already shown you they have a certain reaction to that. They have a problem with black men that speak in a certain way, which you fall under that. You fall under that particular way where the internet don't like hearing black men speak. So when shit like this happen, you can't really be surprised. If you really meant what you were saying, if you really stood on what you were saying, then typically you would hope that a motherfucker stand on it and stay there and not run away from it. But people say shit sometimes that they don't really mean. People pick up talking points and start doing shit that they really don't mean. So then when they start getting negative attention from it, now they want to duck off from it. So now when you do shit like this, it make people question everything that you said. Like, did you really stand on it? Because as soon as something came hot to you, you was off. Like, what's up? Did you really mean that shit? That's my thought behind it.
He actually means what he says, Watts. Because you know what he did after this? He went ahead and he got himself a website and having people join him there, and he's gonna continue his stuff. He said his stuff is to help men, so he already started the process of building a website just for that. And you know, just in case that YouTube channel closed down, he's like, you know, he's preparing himself.
Right.
What say you, Smitty?
Now we're more so on, because it's been a lot of points been made. So we're more so on like the whole aspect of like, shout out to MTR, right? Him being attacked the way he's been, right? Well, see, the thing is this. I personally just noticed like this really goes back to kind of just when this whole tear down masculinity period, the emasculation of men has stepped into place. I don't care who you are, from the largest of the names to just the basic of us out here, right? Your everyday average Joes. The fact is that when you have a certain amount of power that comes behind you as a man, you will be challenged on your knowledge, skills, wits, and authority continuously. Once it's recognized, like as soon as the eyes are on you and people recognize the power that you have, get ready. It's endless. You will continuously be bombarded with attacks. Why? It's going to come from multiple angles. Some of these angles may actually just be people are just really, really frustrated that you have a certain light and a certain power and thunder inside of you that they may not consist of. There also are those who are going to challenge you because honestly, they want to believe you, but they don't want to be bamboozled again. They're just going to test you. They're just going to see how much you stand on your shit. So either way, no matter how the bombards of attacks come, you got to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, you always sufficient in what you stand on. And so to circle back to him, I do love the fact that even, I'm subscribed to him. I do watch him, but not like that. But like anytime I see him, he's consistent. He stands on his shit. I don't see him flip-floppy and flimsy. I don't see him trying to cater to the audience. He seems to cater to who it is that he is. And the audience seems to want to be receptive to that. And that's why he's grown so big. So regardless of whatever it is that he's going through, bruh, I ain't gonna lie, I get a brother hats off considering everything he went through with his surgery and everything else. Hats off to him. He's persevered through a lot. He's had to make certain transitions. He was doing the business, you know what I'm saying, trying to do YouTube and stuff like that. So, he's been able to, juggle multifacets of life. So I'm gonna be honest, I ain't got nothing to say but hats off to the black man. And fuck the haters. I digress. My mic is muted. Rock out.
Oops. Wrong sound bit, but one more time for NTR. Now we got one last one, and I gotta rush this one because right now it's getting uncomfortable sitting down like this, and I can't sit down for too long. But
all right, who's the last one we got?
oh man, so the last one, man, he is TikTok famous, and you people need to stay out of TikTok, man, because y'all be in social media, y'all be going in heavy, man. But it's one thing to be a TikTok star, but it's another thing where you're taking your TikTok business into your professional business. I think you need to separate the two. But
What kind of business is that?
so we'll go ahead and just put up Stan. All right.
Okay. All right.
So we got this teacher right here, okay?
Oh no, not him. Oh,
Yeah.
I
You know what I
cried,
mean?
but I get it. But yo, I'm gonna say this: like, if you're a teacher, leave the kids out of it. We don't need to see you working with the kids you work with. And I get it. You're a black male teacher. Who's crying? Anybody's crying? Who's that? But it's all right. He's gonna find another job. But
Right.
no need to cry. But but you're a black man, and gonna say this, like, for us, it's like there's certain things that we just can't do. Society don't want to see it, and I get it for him. He said he done it before. Let them take down his hair, and it's just like, yo, why would you post that? There's certain things you can't post everything, and then you want praise from everybody, and that's the danger. Because just because it's okay and where you're at does not mean that everybody gonna think it's okay. And then you see how everybody came in on him, and now he's gone from a job and possibility as a career. So that's the part where I'm just like, yo, we all have to be thoughtful and think ahead. Like, yo, maybe this is not for internet, or maybe you just don't need to post stuff on the internet.
Yeah, I just think he went overboard when he started talking about, like, I know I want to stir up the pot on a lot of people, and I'm not afraid to embrace my masculinity by tapping in basically into his femininity. And I think a lot of guys, when they start doing that, and you
That mean? What the fuck does that mean?
What, tap into your femininity as a man? That
No,
means
no. If I'm telling you, I might be mishearing. That's why sometimes I'll be asking questions to clarify. You said he's standing strong in his masculinity by tapping into his femininity.
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay,
So,
I'm sorry. I'm listening.
So meaning, like, basically, like, because watch, you have daughters, right?
Yes.
So now look, I'm not trying to put you on Front Street, right? No disrespect, but as a dad, right? I don't know if you allow your kid to do certain things, like maybe paint your nails, dress you up,
no, not
put
at all.
makeup on your. Okay, all right. So we got that established, okay? But this was like stuff that this guy was insinuating, even though he don't have kids of his own. And I get it. Some men are proud to be dressed up for their kids, to look feminine for their daughters, more materially. I just know if I have kids, I'm not going to do that, especially if I'm messing around with someone else's kids. I'm the teacher. There's a certain boundary. You are the student. There's a boundary to it. I don't care what this man have to say. There's boundaries that you still have to follow. Yes, in this picture, he is weeping. He is crying. But guess what? He put himself into that situation.
And I want to say this real quick. For any woman that gonna come after us, I'm gonna say I don't do the same thing either. We have to be honest here. I'm so over it, like this anti-guy stuff. And I'm a black man. That's all I know, and I just want to keep that. And I don't. Everybody, oh, you gotta let go. No, I don't. Like when my kid, when she wanted like the male version of the dolls, and they didn't have the male version, I'm not buying the white guy. I went ahead and get the male Barbie doll and let him put them in that clothes. That's me. Because I'm tired. Like we don't have black guys already as it is, and now when you do other stuff, like yo, what's wrong with being a guy? Like when we ever going to get to that point? Like when are we going to be okay with being men and being okay with men? Not us on the panel, but society wise. Like what's up with this stuff?
Shoot. Oh, hold on for a sec, Stan. Shout outs to Cool Whip the Goat. My bad, my brother. I didn't even see you in the chat. Because I can't really see a lot of like when people tune in Instagram, but if you tune into Knowledge Relationships on YouTube, you know what I mean, and then you comment, I'll be able to like see you because it will show up like on our StreamYard. But he says what? He says he didn't know at all. I think basically he was talking about probably in reference like to the teacher that we was talking about. You know, I think that's what you're talking about. As far as maybe the masculine to his femininity part, you know. But let me know if that's the one that you're talking about, like Whip, you know. But yeah, man. Again, man, this was going on in society, man. You know, people, we as heterosexual, and I mean proud. I'm a proud, okay, heterosexual man. Okay, 0 GA to the Y at all. Okay. So
we gotta be careful now. We won't be put on no list.
I can't just acclimate it. Okay, I'm rainbow free. All right, I don't have the sound bits for that, but maybe that will about to be coming soon. But anyways, you know, I'm a proud heterosexual man. Okay, I like women. Okay, I like doing manly stuff. I don't like to get down and be forced to be doing something that's totally girly like. That's just what it is. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger would say, right? You know how he used to call these dudes like girly men? You know? That's just not how I get down like that. But that guy, right? You know, I feel for the brother because I feel like he had a heart of gold, but he was way overstepping his bounds. You can't be recording your students like this, man. Especially on social media. I don't even care that the parents approved of this. You can't be recording you getting your hair unbraided by 4 other young students, especially you being like a man. I don't even care if it's a black, like a white man or whatever, a man, period. That just doesn't look right. And it just doesn't sit well with a lot of people. You know, society would try to take you out for that. My brother. So I know, like, I mean, I feel him as far as like with the weeping stuff. You're missing your students. Your students feel, you know, you literally did make an impact on their lives. Kudos to you, but you overdid it with the social media, bro. And that's why grown, goofy people, man, need to stay off from that stuff. If you're gonna do social media as a teacher, you should not really have your students visually involved into it. The audio is all right. You know, if you're saying something positive that is thought provoking, but if you got like women, like just, you know, you hang around. I mean, look, some videos was still wholesome, like, you know, he hang out with the young guys playing sports or whatever. But again, it's like, man, you gotta have boundaries, bro. Like, you get, I'm hearing stuff that he got, getting like their numbers and all that stuff, and I don't know, man. I feel like maybe somewhere down this line, maybe growing up as a kid, maybe there was a void that was missing. But I don't know. If you really love kids so much, he should have children of his own. But again, he just kind of, no disrespect to Michael Jackson, but it was like that old school term, that wacko jackal type of vibe. I digress.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and tap in. So look, right. Can y'all hear me clear? Because I got my earpiece in.
Yes.
Making sure. All right, making sure. Thanks. All right, look, right. what you guys are saying in regards to him, beautiful. I mean, somebody has to touch on that side of it. I'm gonna tell you right now. Whatever was able to even be, I guess, suspicion, whatever, or what has taken place, or what he's actually guilty of, yeah, fuck all that. Them damn parents. I'm gonna tell you right now. That wouldn't know. What are you talking about? I'm too vigilant. Nobody yet have I heard say, yo, bro, what's going on with these parents? Look, this is the fact. As a father speaking, we know predators are out there. There's nothing we can do about predators outside the home. But what we can do is set certain precautions, teachings, and drill certain stuff into them and prepare them in certain ways to be able to, avoid these things. But more than anything, it's our job to make sure that we are extremely vigilant. Whatever took place, if it did, nobody's going to say nothing about that parent. See, this is the problem when we let our kids have the latest this and that. We stay on fucking social media 24/7 with shit. See, a lot of these parents be on social media so much they not even paying attention that their kids on the same goddamn thing and doing shit that they ain't got no business doing. This is a real thing that's taking place all over right now. I'm not going to be the one to ignore it. Anybody else can. I don't give a fuck. I'm not ignoring that. My daughter's come to me at times and said, Dad, I don't know, this looks creepy. I actually looked at some, when she was looking at those bear Toy Story things or whatever. And it was like people trying to communicate, and that's when I had to cut that. I said, oh yeah, and I'm so glad she brought it to my attention. I make sure that my daughter is one of those don't you be no little quiet, docile, don't speak up, let shit go on for years. You scream your ass off, girl. You say that shit right immediately. You come to your father. So all I'm saying is that I do believe that whatever has taken place, more than a reflection on him as an individual, let's just say he that creepy, that predator. Nah, bump all that. To me, personally, that's more of a reflection of how much our kids are not protected. That's more of a reflection of how much our kids are neglected in my book. Because if that nigga's able to get away with that shit, listen, the fact is this. I don't look at him and I say just him. I'm one of those, I know how to think in a realm far beyond that. That's the tip of the iceberg, my G. It's not him. No, it's a multitude. He's just the one that we know right now. Lord knows how many, it's just not reported yet. Or what have you. We have plenty of stories of that one white dude, the coach or whatever, that was teaching the girls and had decades of essays on his record behind this. So all I'm saying is that when it comes to whatever the fuck is going on, yeah, I'm saying that shit. I'm going to give a different angle. I stand on that. I'm giving a different angle on it. I'm not just looking at him. I'm also making it very clear and sending a message to the parents. Pay fucking attention to your kids. Be very vigilant. Be very mindful of what they're looking at on social media, how long they're on there. Do you have control to set up where you can see what they see on your on the device? They log in, that shit pops up on your phone. You can see their ass on there. They have all of that now. There is no reason why your kids should be in a position where something like that's happening. Now you got to sit up here and complain. I'm not about fucking the cure. No, fuck the cure. I'm about prevention. And a lot of things are preventable. And there's a lot of things that happen in our communities and our society that really was preventable. There's a lot of senseless deaths that were preventable. There were a lot of senseless, years of somebody being abused that was preventable. But a lot of people like to turn a blind eye. But I digress. My mic is muted. Rock out.
I don't want to. The idea of kids needing to be protected, I 100% agree. I do think that there are a lot of people that don't know enough about their kids to be able to protect them. I think I'll do anything from I think that's some cool shit to say. People say that
no. Whose fault is that? You said there are enough people that don't know enough. You said there are a lot of people that don't know enough about their kids. Whose fault is that?
Yes. That's the
No,
parents' fault.
whose fault is that?
The parents' fault.
Okay.
If
And who did I say
if
need to make sure that them kids are protected? Who?
No, agree. I know. I'm not
Who?
disagreeing with what
Okay,
you're saying.
rock out.
I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. I'm saying that in agreement, there are not enough parents. There are too many parents that don't know enough about their kids. There's a lot of stuff that's preventable, like Smitty was just saying, that can be prevented just by paying attention to your kids. hey, wild fact. If you sit down and have dinner with your kids, you might get a lot of questions answered. A lot of motherfuckers don't even share meals with their kids.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Good shit. Good.
So I agree with that. I think that there needs to be a lot more activity in children's life. A part of the reason I say that is because when we was growing up, I'll speak for myself. When I was growing up, my mama wasn't the only one that was watching me. She had the neighbor watching me. She had one of the police officers that worked in the community that was watching me. She had at least one administrator at the school that was watching us. She had, like, my mother had a bunch of motherfuckers that if I happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time, ooh, I'm gonna tell your mama.
Yeah,
my mother had
get that phone call. That's right.
It didn't matter where I was at. There was always a possibility of somebody telling my mama that I'm out here doing something I ain't got no business doing. That we do need more of. Social media has taken that away because social media has given people the reason to believe that what they're doing is right and what everybody else is doing is wrong. So I'll 100% agree to that. I 1000% agree to that. I have 2 daughters and a son, and I'm telling you right now that if a motherfucker plays with my kid, look, man, I'm for real about that. What I'm saying is,
but let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No. All right. I just wanted to ask you this. All right. So when you were saying, the social media has taken that away, I do recognize the benefits that social media has given. Would you say that social media has taken these, let's say, genuine qualities and aspects of life in which we once knew away, or would you say that we have been given a power that we weren't yet ready for, abused it, and now it's fucked us over?
I think because we abused it, it has taken away certain skills. Like I've spoken to plenty of teenagers. Like my daughter she's been involved. My oldest has been involved in extracurricular activities since she was 3. This little girl about to be 13. I talked to some of the girls her age. They have no person-to-person communication skills. Like they don't know how to talk to someone in person.
No, that's real shit. That's real
This
shit.
shit is
You're
weird,
right,
bro. I have watched a group of 13 girls in the same room sit next to each other, all looking in their individual phone. That shit is weird to me.
Can we also talk about the fact they don't even know their own phone numbers? That's weird.
That part too. You had to know numbers. If you went to your friend's house, you had to remember the house number to call your mom to say I'm ready to get picked up. You had to remember numbers.
And
with this particular situation,
they don't have a map. They need their phones to tell them where to go. They don't even have an internal map of their local neighborhood. That's scary. Like, whoa, you don't know where you're at?
Yeah. It's wild. This particular situation, to me, it's as simple as time and place. Like, if we want to apply the context of being a predator and all that, if we want to apply that context, cool, that's fine. This particular situation, I'm not completely seeing it that way. Like me personally, I'm not completely seeing it as some like predatorial shit. Was it a little inappropriate? All right, cool, we can go there. But time and place is like, I wouldn't care if that was my own child. Why would my child be taking her own hair out in the middle of school? What the fuck are we doing? This is not the time or the place for that. You a grown ass man and you came to school knowing that you needed to get your hair done. You got the kid. This is not the time or the place for that.
But look, watch this, 100 watts. Look at right there what you just said. Even down to just like how you said, who does that then circle back to once again? I know you with me, but I'm just, for the crowd or whatever. Who does that circle back to? The parents. Why the fuck is your child at school talking about I need my hair done? And also, even more importantly, how does your child not know and have the drilled into their head constantly? You don't be talking to strangers about no shit like that. That ain't something you talk to adults about.
So, and that's what I'm saying. But see, that's what I'm saying. Because
where's the boundary conversation? The boundary.
if the kids that were taking his hair out are his students, then he's not a stranger. This is someone that these kids spend more time with than their own parents. Some kids spend more time with their teachers than their own mamas. So
also,
he's
if you look
probably
back,
more familiar with these kids than the parents are.
I want to add on more, and also he had a relationship with their parents, and that's the part where he has a relationship
Not
with the
necessarily.
parents and the kids.
Not
The parents know
necessarily.
him, but he mentioned that in
Not
his
necessarily.
podcast.
I not necessarily. I can tell you that I've been to plenty of parent-teacher conferences and open houses and all this other shit for my kids.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know. Come on, bro. It
Oh,
don't.
no.
Parents don't be showing up.
No. Stan. Real quick. I know what you. Go ahead.
In his territory, right? Because he has that. It let down the kid's guard, and that's the part to me that's alarming because this man has done this stuff, and it does let down the kid's guard and the parents' guard. There's a way of you being a cool teacher and keeping the boundary. I don't understand when it's inner city schools that we have this problem with boundaries. Like, you gotta have a boundary. I don't get it. Like, what's wrong with boundaries?
Stan, it's very simple, bro. Listen, anybody knows who studies this stuff knows that you have all different type of forms of predators, right? Yo, these people specifically put themselves in the categories of life where they have access to our children, whether it's a daycare, summer camp, mentor, youth counselor, you name it, bro, teacher, whatever the fuck. That's a strategic thing. So again, us as the parents, right? Just like how, for example, let's just take this whole thing and let's say it was like our young girls or boys or whatever, like our young girls twerking at 14 and 15 out in the street, and our young boys thinking that it's okay to just go out and have babies and have sex and rob and shoot people. My point is, just like how 100 Watts said, that there are some of these kids where he knows them better than some of their parents. What have I been like? Again, because I love how all of this is being said, because it goes right back to what I said. Whose fault is that? That another a teacher, whose fault is that? I don't want to hear nothing about your career and your hours you work. I don't want to hear it. You need to know how to balance these things. These decisions need to be made, and hard decisions come with, you know what I'm saying, tough results sometimes. Now you need to figure out which is more important to you. Is it more so about your career or your life? Just like that one chick that gave up her kids and going on this fucking tour, talking about she trying to get her kids back, but you on YouTube going on a fucking tour. Stop playing with me. You see? So I mean, like I see through that shit. But go ahead, Watts. Go ahead. I digress. My mic is muted.
The only small piece why I'm pushing back against blaming the parents, like literally the only reason I'm pushing back against it, is because of the understanding that I have of my children in particular, that no matter what teachings I give them, they're still kids and they're gonna try the fuck out of me every chance they get. If you let your kids, they're gonna try to fuck out of you. So I can have all of these conversations about right time, right place, doing the right thing, knowing what to be involved in, and all of the other kind of stuff with my kids. But as soon as they leave the house and they go to school and they decide to not listen to what the fuck I'm saying, see now, that's the part where I don't like blaming parents. I think a great example is in my personal life. My baby brother is a great example. My mother raised 3 boys. She did the very best that she could. She gave us all the love that she could. She had a whole community around us. I unfortunately lost my baby brother to the streets, murdered at 18 years old, because he made his choice of what he wanted to do with his life. That I will never allow someone to blame my mother for that. I will never allow someone to blame my father for that, because though they could have done better and maybe they could have all of that shit, at the end of the day, he was still an individual that chose the path that he went down, which gave him what he got. I love my brother between here and the moon, and I would do anything to get him back. But I understand the reality of what happened to him was a consequence of his actions. Sometimes the shit that happened to your kids is a consequence of their actions. That's just how that goes. That's just the reality of it. So for this situation in particular, the only reason I'm pushing back is because sometimes kids just hard headed as fuck. They just hard headed. I got my youngest. Matter of fact, this morning I just got into her ass this morning because she like sneaking into the kitchen when I'm asleep, and she pushes the chair up to the refrigerator and climb up on top of that motherfucker to get the gummies. Yeah, she a motherfucker. She just do that. That don't mean that I don't teach her. That don't mean that I ain't had the conversation about how dangerous it is that she doing this. Kids just do what they want to do sometimes.
Yeah.
You got a good point on that, Watts. Now I got on the parents. Now to his little crummy ass, right? So to speak on his part, right? Because I'm always balanced with things. It is very baffling to me. Like me, just as a parent, like, yo, there are so many hoops and hurdles us just as parents have to go through. Anybody got a kid in grade school? There's so many hoops and hurdles we got to go through just to like sometimes go to our kids' classroom, and you got to, you know what I'm saying, making sure you're on this paperwork just so you can figure out what the hell going on there. It's just a lot of shit that goes on, bro. Like, it's wild. And I'm talking about at least from the father's angle, not the I can't, because we all, you know what I'm saying, from a dad's angle, bro, that shit be wild, man. How much we got to go through just to get information about our child. But my point is that's letting me know how heightened in the senses, right? It's very high, heightened senses of child protection throughout everything with schools and all of this, from mass deleters coming around, predators, the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? All of these things are incorporated. How do you not know in 2024? Like, it's almost like I be kind of wondering how these young niggas keep doing like just random drive-bys, like shopping centers, broad daylight, no mask. And like, nigga, how do you not know it's cameras everywhere? And I just be wondering, like really. So to go back to his dumb ass, this retarded little nigga, how you not think you not being watched? They not. Bruh, you that big, you now got a big influence. Like, you're known because it's not just his page. You think his students don't share all of them videos? So it's massive, right? So how do you not know, bruh? I know for a fact. I mean, I'm talking about all the way I got to keep this. Like, nah, you cannot contact me after school hours. Ain't no you can call me at 5. I mean, 8, 9 at night, talking about some Mr. Such and Such. I wanted to ask you about my paper. Fuck, you better call your mama. Where's she at? Where you at?
Real.
What's wrong with you? You see what I'm saying? Like, again, so it's like I do recognize on his part, like, bruh, I mean, it really kind of reminds me of how we all used to be baffled at the people that continuously came to the predators to catch a predator house, and you just be like, bruh, how y'all keep falling for this shit? Like, cool, man. So you try to tell me you really thought a whole 10-year-old was not around their parents for hours on end? You were able to talk to them 1, 2 in the morning, and they can invite you to the house. They know, and they when they tell you their parents are out of town, they're 12. You really go. Yeah, you wanted to go to jail. You wanted to.
The sad part
get
about
what he
that,
wants.
though. The sad part about that, they done it before, and that's the scary part.
You know what? But now watch. Stand. Beautiful. I'm glad you said that. Now, who does that circle back to? Whose fault is that they were able to do it the first time? Whose fault is it?
The parents.
Come on now. I digress. My mic is muted.
Especially with technology now, you got Ring cameras, you got cameras you can put on inside the crib. Everybody got a fucking cell phone. There's
you can put a tag on, bro. I got a tag on my daughter's shit. Like, her phone she had, whatever. Yeah, I got a tag. When she leave out, nigga, she can boop, boop, boop. I see everything you doing.
But not for
so you can live
device in my house playing it at a place where as soon as you walk in my front door, that motherfucker will hit my phone and say detected motion.
Oh yeah.
You walking through my fucking door.
Oh yeah. No. Mine's just like around the mailbox because it's like a driveway. So as soon as you hit like the yard, soon as you hit the yard, it's clicked. It's sensors on. Lights come on at night and everything. The house lights up, all that shit. We ain't playing with you.
No, but these new parents, it's about their happiness, and they need a break. And mommy needs some me time, or daddy needs some me time. And you okay? Because when I was your age, I had a latchkey key and I know not to let people in. And I trust you because I had AOL. And I don't think you'll do the same thing that I've done.
Oh man, those days.
All right, so hold on. Hey Stan, you
Now I'm talking about these new
M3.
parents. These new parents, they off the
Look,
hook.
Stan, you M3
Look,
and
TJ.
100 watts, right? Okay, now what's going on, baby? Listen, you M3 and watts, y'all are like my homies. All right, I'm your homie. Let's role play real quick. Just roll with it. Let's role play, man.
No role play, bro.
I just found out that you know what I'm saying, man. My little Tanisha, man. You know she 15 now. My little Tanisha, she actually been having a teacher calling her cell phone. I didn't even know her teacher was
Okay.
calling her cell phone
Look.
like twice a week
Stop
after
right there.
hours and all of that.
Okay, that's
What do you
fine.
say to me as your
Where
boy?
do you need to meet? Where are we going to meet? Allegedly. I don't
No,
need to
fuck
know
all that. We
I don't
already
need
at the
you.
meeting spot.
I'm just
We
gonna
at
meet you
headquarters.
allegedly.
All of us are at headquarters. We got the beers and everything, nigga. No. We at headquarters. We ain't on the phone.
Okay, I got gloves. I got equipment, and we don't need to
I'm
talk.
just saying real shit. I'm your homie, and I tell you,
I already told you.
the
I got
teacher has
gloves.
been able to call my daughter's cell phone
We don't need to
out of
talk.
hours, and they've been talking for hours on end, and I never knew. What do you say to me as her father?
Mm-hmm. Where do we need to go?
What I say to you is, how long has this been going on? When did you find out? Have you spoken to anybody at the school? Those are the first.
It's been going on for months, about 6 months now.
Yo, Smitty.
When did
Throughout most of the
It's been
school
going on
year.
for 6
Throughout most
months.
of the school year.
It's been going on for
Smitty,
6 months. And how long has it been since you found out?
I just found out last week.
Okay, then you just found out last week. Have you spoken to anybody at the school about it yet?
Go handle them details.
No. I got a meeting with her teachers. I have a meeting with her teachers coming up this Tuesday. I'm going up to the school this Tuesday to meet with the teachers.
So yeah, see, I ain't
Hold
pulling
on,
up for
Simon.
that.
Hold the fuck up, Simon.
I'm not pulling up for that.
Why?
I'm not pulling up.
You my homie.
And we homies, and I'm gonna keep it a bean with you, bro. You tell him you had this info for a week, and you gonna wait a whole nother week to go sit down and talk to a teacher. Why the fuck you ain't go up there the very next day? If you my homie, I'm gonna ask you why you ain't take your ass up there the very next day. So you're expecting me to pull up and go fuck somebody up for you not doing what the fuck you was supposed to? Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, solid response. Simon, Sir Hector, go ahead.
You don't do it.
And scene.
All right. All right, Simon, you up next.
Machete. Let's go.
Yeah. Simon, you up next, and then we're gonna get ready to close out.
I appreciate you. I'll say something to you, Smith. You don't do things like that, bro. They're not gonna appreciate you. And this is the thing.
What do you mean? Talk to me, Sir Hector.
The thing is most of the time when we're trying to make people understand something, they don't appreciate you. And if you're dealing with the system, like in terms of the school system in particular, which is
wait, Simon. We only got a couple minutes. The topic is about a teacher as a man being involved outside of classroom stuff and social media and in the students' DM.
All right, are you gonna allow me to get into it, or are you gonna interrupt me again?
Oh, okay. No. I just wanted to make sure, Simon, because we all know where the fuck you can go, nigga, and that's sometimes Pluto. Go ahead, rock.
I appreciate you. I ain't gonna do that again. I'm just saying, like, I've worked within you know what it is. I've worked within the school system. That's not the way to approach it, especially with your children, right? Don't play that game. If you're gonna start whiling and going in there, all they're gonna do is flag you up. That's all they're gonna do.
Okay, Simon, what does that have to do with teachers being in the students' DM?
It's just not gonna look good for your child, you in particular, like as a father.
Okay, okay, there we go.
All right, cool. Well, that's well said. All right, everybody, look, I gotta get ready to go. It's time for me to get ready for work tomorrow, so I gotta prep. But this was definitely a good live. Look, man, I wasn't expecting to cover 4 black men like this, but I'm glad that I did. I'm glad we did it. Salutes to Stan, Sophisticated Jerk, Watts. Salutes to Smitty And Simon, thank you for coming up.
Don't forget the last salute. Salute to the machetes, baseball bats, leather gloves, plastic
What?
bags,
Never.
and tape.
Don't ever pull that. Don't do that online again. What's? It's not a good look.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
That wasn't a machete. A machete.
What are you talking about?
You know what you did, bro. Don't do that again. Like with the
Simon. Simon, no
Don't-
Simon.
don't-
Simon, no
don't.
Simon. Simon, no Simon.
We're going.
He's a
We're going.
father. No, you can't do that. That's historic, man. No, don't do that.
Historic?
We all got it. You get what I'm saying? It's just like you don't need to do it.
I know he trying to wrap it up. I'm not clear on what you're talking about, so maybe we can address this at a later date because I don't know what you're talking about.
I appreciate you, sir.
Yeah, y'all can handle that in the back check somewhere. But look, I'm closing this thing out. Everybody, thank you for tuning in, and man, we'll see y'all next time. And then
Next week. Oh, don't forget, we got PayPal, Venmo.
You gotta say it loud and clear. Look.
Stanley busking out.
We're not getting super chats anymore, okay? The middleman took our money. All right. So we got PayPal, we got Venmo, okay, and we have Cash App. It's all down there flashing up, okay? It's covering Simon's face, whereas underneath Smitty.
We're doing another way. There's another way to do it. Well, and we'll get to that, but don't worry about that.
Yeah, I'm not worried about super chats, man, from YouTube. All right. Only thing is, if y'all want to donate still, we got the Cash App. You guys got 3 options: Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Okay. And the best part of all, we ain't got to deal with no middleman. It goes directly towards us. We ain't got to reach up to $100 threshold. And more so over, we ain't got to worry about the middleman taking 30% of whatever you guys are donating. So if y'all really want to help out, man, just do that and your money won't be wasted.
Just like Ice Cube says, I'm going to stay suckle free. There'll be no pimp over me.
Mm-hmm. And that's how today would be a good day. All right. Let's go, man. So we out, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Peace.
Knowledge and relationships.